So imagine this. It's September of 2014. You just got home from GameStop, you're sitting down, and you have a copy of the newest edition of this game called Forza Horizon 2. Now, you love Porsche. Porsche is your favorite brand. And you go into the car selection screen just to see what's there, what you can buy. And you scroll all the way down to P, and there's weirdly no Porsche. You're very confused, so you keep on scrolling. Maybe they messed up the naming or something. You never know. It's a new game. It's your first time playing the series. Then you see a car far down in the list that looks like a Porsche. You get really excited. You get to it. Then you look at the car, and you go, what the hell is a... Hello everybody, it is Streamboy here, and of course we are going to be driving this RUF. Now RUF, as I said in the intro, was basically what Porsche wasn't to gaming. So let's get right into the car, and let's get right into driving this thing around the Nürburgring. Alright, got the gloves on. Simhound, please. Please. So, as I said in the intro, basically what this car is, or really was, what this car is what happens when Porsche decided that they know they... This car's something. So this car is what comes about when you want a Porsche, but in the early 2000s, Porsche signed an an exclusivity deal with EA, and so Porsche was no longer able to have their cars in other games. So the one that I remember mostly is Forza Horizon 2. Love that game, and Forza Motorsport 4. Never really noticed it, but there are no, oh god, Porsches in those games, and okay, yep, okay. First crash of the day. But yeah, so RUF essentially is, like I was saying, what Porsche was to every car gamer. In, like, if you loved car video games and you were playing them from like 2005 to 2015, RUF was Porsche, basically. But yeah, like I was saying, my example of that was Forza Horizon 2, which was some of the first car-related content ever on this YouTube channel. Then, of course, there was that weird Minecraft section, where I tried to do that, and then I went back to just being a car YouTuber. So, RUF was known for doing one thing, and that was making Porsches really, really fast. I mean, there was a time in the 90s where in between 1995 and 1998, the RUF CTR2 was the fastest production car in the world, at a speed of, oh boy, 217 miles an hour, so about somewhere close to 330 kilometers an hour. Now this car was kind of like their version of the 99. I don't remember which one exactly. It wasn't the 993, but it wasn't also the 99. It might have been the early 991. GT3 RS, which is this thing. I just had a model of that sitting in my room. I was like, oh, okay. Ooh, engine did not like that. third gear shift. So RUF kind of made a name for themselves in especially the gaming industry, as they became the name for what you would want if you couldn't get Porsche. Which, of course, nobody except for EA-based games, i.e. Need for Speed, could do. I mean, this was so prevalent that the GT3 version of this car... Ooh, engine is almost dead. The GT3 version of this car is in iRacing. Oh god, I gotta be careful. I'm more paying attention to talking. I'm not very good with manuals yet, I do have to say. It is still not very much so my strong suit. You can't power shift this thing though. Oh, the sun is bright right in my eyes. This thing produces 700 horsepower, which, this is 2011. So this thing is wildly powerful. For the time, to be honest. And of course being, you know, a very souped up version of the 911. Now, of course, this car specifically is not the series of cars that RUF is known for. They're known for the famous CTR classification of cars. Now, the CTR3 is a wicked-looking car. It looks like if a 911 and a Carrera GT had a weird baby. It's also really dope. Because, once again, high horsepower figures, pretty good handling, to be honest. Now, RUF is, of course, still pretty near and dear to the hearts of Assetto Corsa gamers. Not everyone now, as a lot of memes will show, RUF immediately got dumped by a lot of games once Porsche was in, because there just wasn't a need for them anymore, sadly. They were the replacement for Porsche. That was their whole thing. They were the placeholder while Porsche was in that exclusivity deal. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh! Yep, she's dead. Dang it, I almost made it. Now, why I was saying that RUF is still near and dear before I decided to bin it into a wall, it's very near and dear to the hearts of people who drive Assetto Corsa, is the fact that the CTR Yellowbird, which is famous for going 217 miles an hour, and rumored 225 in the 80s, is a famous car for Shitoku Revival Project, otherwise known as SRP. Now, you might have seen videos of SRP online. It's famous. And SRP is really fun, and one of the best cars in our SRP is that Yellowbird in the original SRP servers. I remember my friend would always pick that, and it was so weird still seeing a RUF, because they're just not in games anymore. I mean, if it wasn't for me stumbling upon this brand again because of Assetto Corsa, I would have totally forgot about them, to be honest. I was just taking the fun route. Oh god, it's almost time to drive into the sun again. The acceleration it has, even when it's down in the middle of the revs in high gear, is very good. Like, a lot of cars bog down in middle gear. This thing just goes. Now, of course, for Assetto Corsa, RUF wasn't the only option, because the modding scene of Assetto Corsa, even in those early days, was still very, very strong. And of course, now Porsche in 2015 was like, okay, maybe this exclusivity thing wasn't a good idea, and they dropped out of it after EA got sued. As they now are known for. Now, almost every single racing game has a Porsche in it, because when it comes to racing, it's Porsche. I mean, what's crazy is the fact that for most of its life, the 919 program was only in video games for 3 years of its, like, I think 7 years in racing, I think. It was either that 7 or 6, but once they left in 2017, it was only 2015, everyone was having to quickly develop... Oh god, I did it again. Okay, this was a lot better. We held it back on the track. Okay, that works. But everyone was quickly trying to develop, so in 2016, a lot of games came out with it, and in 2017, Porsche shut down their program. So, a lot of games don't have... A lot of racing games specifically don't have the 919. Which is sad, because the 919 is an absolutely amazing car, and I'm oversteering here, or understeering. This car does not have a lot of turn-in. Low rev turn-in, very good. High rev turn-in, ugh. Does not like it. Then again, it is a street car, so why am I surprised? Yeah, it's kind of incredible the fact that this relatively unknown company really just popped onto the scene and was just like, hey, we can get you Porsches in to your games, and you don't have to worry about the exclusivity deal, basically. Which, hey, good on them. They did really good on capitalizing on that, because people knew them for a while. But now, after Porsche re-entry, and oh my god. I think that was the biggest wreck in channel history. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that this wasn't a race car that has a whole bunch of downforce. Let's watch that. That was crazy. Yeah, but I actually, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that's a really fitting way to end this video, in my opinion. Because RUF did so much good in their time with the games, but once they weren't needed anymore, they just crashed, and people who are really big fans of them, yeah, they remember them. But other people, this is kind of... Oh my god. That is ridiculous. It just, I completely forgot that that corner was coming up. It dropped down and I started turning. I'm like, wait, I don't have that much downforce. Gung. Oh my gosh. Look at how fast it was going. But yeah. If you remember RUF from any of the video games, of the early 2010s, late 2009-ish. Please leave a comment down below and tell me like your memories of RUF. And yeah, other than that, this is a pretty short and sweet video, I think. Pretty nice intro. I think I'm going to try to. This part will be removed if that happens. Hopefully not. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.